Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Manlydawg's weekly recap. I am your host, Manlydawgs. I am catching up to you with all the, news and all the different things happening in my life each week. I want to keep doing these. I think it's a moment for us to sit down and talk and have a conversation, and I think that's really important. So, what do I really want to talk about today? The first thing is YouTube is hard. I've posted 4 videos, gameplay videos, and 1 weekly recap so far since starting, basically rebranding the channel and pushing out content on YouTube again. And it's gotten very minimal views. There's been nothing short of maybe 5 views on a video, and that's okay. This is why we do these weekly recaps. We can sort of talk about that, right? Why do I think that is? I don't know if there's a space in YouTube for traditional Let's Play content as much as there used to be. And that's kind of what my content is. It's no editing, it's nothing special. It's literally just me recording and cutting into 30 minutes and posting a gameplay video. And I thought for sure playing a game with a cultural impact like Hollow Knight that it would garner some new attention, but it's gotten nothing. And I think maybe that's because you have to wait for the algorithm to sort of catch on to you posting consistently. I'm also trying different thumbnail tactics. For the first set of thumbnails, I did just text underneath it. For the second set I did, that you guys are going to see next, is I did sort of these, a little logo on the side. And then for the third set that I'm going to do next, it's going to be like facial reactions on it. You know, that cringy stuff. I mean, I get it. People are doing it to draw attention. And people are here for me at the end of the day as well. But it's sort of, we're in this testing phase. I'm going to keep testing it. And I think after a month of analytics is when we'll come back and say, okay, this is what we learned really, and this is where we can go. I have yet to finish Expedition 33. I'm right at the cusp of it, right at the end, but so many games are coming out and so many different things I want to play. Specifically, I'm thinking of Dune Awakening. I just got the early access to that game, and I've been playing it, and I'm so addicted to it. We have a 32-man clan. Everyone's hustling. It's a lot, but it's a lot of fun. It's really grindy, and I've been recording some content for that game as well that might shift a bunch of playthroughs from Hollow Knight and Spray Paint Simulator. It might shift the Dune Awakening to the content of this week coming up, just because I think that'll be for an interesting idea, an interesting test to see does relevancy matter, and I'm with a group that we're definitely going to experience all the content of Dune Awakening together, so along with some really, really funny moments. So all that to really say, though, is I'm really just trying to figure it out at the end of the day. I'm really trying to sit down and put the nose to the grindstone and keep pushing, because at the end of the day, you could either be posting or not be posting and making content. Another thing I thought about was shorts and TikToks and stuff like that to really gain your audience and get a following. That's something you typically want to do, but I edit as my main job. That is what I do every day. I can't be bothered to sit down and edit for an hour, a bunch of shorts, it's not in the wheelhouse of my bandwidth right now. That's what I'll use. My brain is fried to, you'd be seeing more edited content if so, if I wasn't editing every day for work. But I'm really burnt, by the end of the day. I don't want to do much editing, but I do want to create, and I do want to create for myself, because at the end of the day, no matter what, whether I get views or not, there's something very healthy about it. It's like stretching a muscle and working out a muscle that I'm doing, and I think that's super important for growth. I think that's super important for me. And I think I'm going to look back at this period of time where, say I do this for a year on Manlydawg's content, and I'm not going to regret it. I'm going to learn, whether I get views or not, I'm going to learn a lot. And I think that's super important to just be able to create, where's this gonna go? I'm showing myself that I can do this for myself, and that's super interesting to me. So yeah, back to gaming stuff. Been playing Expedition 33. Wow, what an incredible game. I'm not gonna give any spoilers here, but wow, from Act 1 to Act 2 to now is just like, to Act 3, which is the end of the game, is just like, I'm just waking up. It's nothing short of a masterpiece, and I think this is a game that's going to be sort of remembered in this generation of consoles as like a top tier. If you're interested in any RPGs, if you're interested in anything like that, turn-based RPGs, you have to give it a try. You have to. It's not a maybe you should check it out. No, it's a game you have to play if you're interested in anything gaming. Even if you're not, the story's just incredible. It's amazing. Dune Awakening's really fun. It's a really grindy survival sandbox game MMO that I really welcome in this day and age of gaming. There's not many like it. The last one I did like that was V Rising. And now to have access to another one that's actually getting really popular and has over 100k players in its early access period and all these different things is super interesting, because that game's going to evolve over time, and I'm sort of an early adopter. And for anyone who doesn't know, the premise of the game is you're supposed to survive in the Dune universe. Like for example, you can't progress until you get a bike in that game, because the sandworm detects your movements and will eat you and eat all your stuff. And if you place a base on the sand, it'll also get eaten. The idea is you're supposed to play this game until you get this helicopter that takes you to this PvP area where you grind for like the final resources of the game and things like that. I think that's super fun, super interesting, and I just love that. It's very ambitious, and I love ambition. I love something new. I love something tasteful. Another thing that happened was Summer Games Fest, which was really exciting. It's like 2.5 hours of just constant game trailers, and that's a lot. And like Jeff Keighley like sucking himself off, But I really liked some of the games. I'm really excited for Atomic Heart 2 and The Cube, which is a game in the Atomic Heart universe. Not many people played the Atomic Heart, but it's a super weird Russian dystopian, like neo-futurism dystopian game. Like, what if Russia was like successful in like everything they wanted to do? Some other games, Liza P. Overture, I'm definitely gonna play that. Probably put that on the channel. Resident Evil 9 Requiem, which was huge. I'm one of the biggest fans of anything Resident Evil. It's literally one of my favorite game series of all times, next to the Souls-like series, or next to the Souls series. Yeah, that's a better thing. But yeah, that'll be really exciting. I'm definitely missing a lot, I know. But those were sort of the standouts of they had Sonic Racers. They announced like the Yakuza characters for Sonic Racers and Persona 5. And I think Sunday Persona 5 Remake is going to be announced. Xbox is teasing something huge, and it's either they're going to put Steam on the Xbox console, or they're going to announce like Persona 4 Remake for Xbox exclusivity and Game Pass, which is awesome. So I've never played Persona 4 Remake, but I did play Persona 3 and Persona 3 Remake, and that's really exciting because I'll do Persona 3 and then Persona 4 and then 5. And I think that'll be like a super interesting experience to sort of see the evolution of that game and where it ends up. Persona 1 and 2 don't exist apparently, so, and we're not meant to play those, so. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, really, in the sense of like scope of gaming. You know, I've had to edit these really extensive videos for work lately, where I sort of sit there and I have to sit at this computer and click and click and click all day, you know, and that burns me out, that burns my eyes out. And sometimes I just want to step away from the computer. That's why you're not getting this on Friday. Sometimes I just need to step away from the computer and close my eyes and sleep, because you know, people talk about physical exhaustion and mental, like the physical work in a job. People, you know, what people don't talk a lot about is the mental work with a job. And I love my job, but you know, your brain has so much ability to create and create and create and create and create every single day, and have to turn that switch on. That it's like, okay, one day I'm filming this, the next day I'm editing 5 of these videos all day. Then Monday I'll be editing 5 more or 3 more of these different types of videos, which is gonna be fun. But I love my job, just so we're clear. And then Tuesday is like editing revisions from the Friday videos, and then Wednesday is editing revisions from the Monday videos, and then Thursday is another shoot to start editing that for Friday. So it's sort of always something, and that's really exciting that I am that ideas guy, I am that create guy. But it's like I have so much ability sometimes to create, and at this rate, every single day is something new. Maybe there needs to be a week off or something that I need to take, and that'll sort of creatively recharge me. Actually, I think that's what I need probably is. But then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take that creative break, and I'm literally gonna start making YouTube stuff and Twitch stuff, and my brain won't get that like break time, and it'll still be fulfilled with. I mean, you have to sort of weigh like work stuff and create like personal creative stuff, and like balance those weights in a certain way. Sometimes one's heavier than the other, sometimes the other's heavier than the other, and that's hard, man. That's hard. But I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. I've been creating for my job for almost 10 years and creating for myself for almost 5. And, if you're weighing the scales, like I said, work's definitely weighing more. And so to create for myself is going to be really something meaningful. Even just like putting this out onto the internet, and even if I'm the only one that watches it, it's something that it's sort of a just this cathartic experience of what can I do next? What can I do? I'm gonna be gaming anyways. I might as well record some of that. I might as well stream some of that. I want to talk to the internet anyways. I might as well record some of that. I like the idea of that digital footprint that I've left so far on the internet. I think I've left this more of a positive space for the small community, and that's huge to me. And it's always like, well, what if I could do that with like in bigger scope and more, and how do I have that growth be natural? How do I guess become that creator for that, that positive space, and I think we're getting there. By all means, I'm like a flawed human, I have so many. Everyone has so many complexities to them and difficulties in their lives, that not every video or every recording, it's going to be this hyper positivity. Oh my God, everything's great. It's going to be real, and I think there's value in that, where I see a lot of content these days doesn't seem real. So for example, like I've checked out like Kai Cenat's stream and that group, and it all feels, I remember I get these clips on Twitter of this kid, I guess, who was in one of his streams, Rye or whatever, and he had Lil Tay on his streams, and it was just like, I guess outrage content. Is it like current day outrage content is what it feels like? And I'm gonna use the word, it's like stream slop. It's like, it feels like I'm going to like Burger King, and they're like handing me like, no, not even that. It feels like I'm digging in a garbage can and grabbing like the best like sandwich I can find in there. But everyone's eating out of that. Like what? Like those people get like 10,000s of views. Like what's the other guys? Like Bryce something. Another guy, something Lacey, they get like tens, thousands, and millions, almost millions of views. And part of me asks myself, is like that real? Like, how much is bots? How much is that engagement fake? Is it children watching that? You're telling me there's 10 million children, or almost a million children, opening up those streams and watching that? I'm just really intrigued. And maybe I don't really watch streams, you know. I watch YouTube mostly. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's a disconnect. Maybe that content's just not for me, and that's okay. I support any creative outlet. Sometimes I just feel like it's like, how loud can I yell? What crazy thing can I do? How can I be such a cock online? You know, that kind of energy. I'm not hating, I'm just saying. So, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed our weekly recap number 2. It was a pleasure. I appreciate you. And remember, do this for you. You know, if there's anything you do in this world, do it for you. Because I think that's super important to not only... My cat's going crazy. Not only, like, just success in general, but sort of like internal success, that fulfillment. It's a dark world these days. It's sad, and there needs to be that part of like sunshine that shines through, and be that, you know, in the end of the day, and do it for you. Don't do it because you feel like you need to. Do it because you really want to. So get out there, create, make something happen, be important, and have fun.